Hey guys, and welcome back to today's episode of Lost Gaming. Alright, so last time we got the trade with Wiseman that he wanted so we could get the information on the Epitaph of Twilight, only to find out that he intentionally sent us to a protected field just to kind of get an idea about who we were. He did send us the information, and he also told us to find Helba in Net Slum. We just need to scroll all the way down here, and that we needed this spell to reach the Net Slum. And in it we learned that there were actually a lot more monsters other than Skaith and Enos that exist in this world, potentially. Alright, however, before we do that, I've got a few secrets that I'm going to show off today. I don't think this will take up the whole episode, but we've also got this. Let's see what this is. And actually, I might hold off doing that until after today, cause this is the last piece you need to see all of the secrets that I'm talking about. And I believe that was the only one there, so now we're going to go ahead and show off most of what I want to show.
Scattering fossils milestone.
Alright, I'll just go ahead and add Black Rose just so that I can save myself the trouble. And depending on how quick this goes, we might actually have some time to. But once every so often throughout the game, if you're doing this by yourself, there are a couple of milestones that you can hit to trigger some special scenes. To see them, you've got to come back to Delta server, and you have got to go to Hidden Forbidden Holyground. And if I remember right, I can see all of them but one. Alright, there we go. This one did trigger. That's good.
I'm afraid I can't tell you how my guardian came to me.
Well, I was wondering about that too, but by any chance, are you a girl?
Oh?
Well, you know what I mean, right? Are you the player a girl?
Not that it's any of your business. I'm a guy. Why are you asking that? You're so weird. What are you up to? Why do you think I'm a girl? And why would that matter?
Because we wanted to know if you were okay in real life.
So you just went and snooped around?
I'm sorry, but we did just that.
They're gone.
Alright, so
I wonder who they were. I feel like we've met before.
Alright, so those of you that have been watching with me and those that have played this before, you all remember Mimiru. However, the other one that you saw, that was the one that kind of looked like Orca, that was Bear, and the Wave Master listed in the key file M Wavemaster. That was Tsukasa. So what we're seeing are flashbacks to events from .hack Sign, which is a really cool little thing. And there's actually a bunch of these things, and they're actually a lot more important than just little background stories. But I'll get into that in the next volume.
Your member address, if you please. Tell me, what do you think of my style? I could be a powerful ally for you, but you'll have to trust me.
You're a fool.
Boring and smart, or interesting and foolish? What's your preference?
But the worst of all is a boring fool like you are.
I like that. A sharp tongue. Your member address, please. Last chance.
Not a chance.
That's truly a shame.
They're gone. Wait. Could this be a player's memory that was left behind in the world?
To an extent, yes, you're actually kind of right, Kite. So what we saw there, for those of you who don't know, the Twin Blade was the legendary PKer of .hack Sign called Zora. Was one of the best fighters in the series, actually. And the one that he was talking to was a long arm named BT, who got her name because it was take out what she doesn't like out of a BLT and you've got her name. So she likes bacon and tomato. But that was kind of Zora's thing, is that he would threaten to PK you if you didn't give him your member address. Actually, before we go in, I'm going to go ahead and use that. And because I've never actually done these before myself. And see, I never actually used those items to see what they did, so these are actually kind of interesting for me to read. There are other lines of dialogue from .hack Sign.
If it could be done, I would have done it by now. It is much easier for us to contact the person directly, rather than just blindly chasing him around the net.
Silver Knight.
So, you're the knight the Wavemaster defeated.
It wasn't him. It was a strange monster I've never seen before.
That's too bad.
Well, wait a minute. He doesn't mean to do anything wrong. Well, he's doing something wrong. But it's not, well, what I'm trying to say is...
Just spit it out.
She means it's possible that he is also a victim. As much as we all are.
This conversation is over.
No, friend. I agree with most of her assumptions.
Please explain yourself.
They're gone. Is this a player's memory left behind in the world as well? I wonder what they're doing now.
Alright, so that time we saw again Mimiru, BT, and Bear. However, this time they were joined by Lady Subaru and Crimson Knight of the Silver Knights. In the Dot Hack Sign series, Silver Knight and their leaders, Lady Subaru, were in charge of the Silver Knights, which were basically almost like player game masters in a sense. Like they kind of, or player mods, they kind of enforced the rules where they could, but they didn't have any official authority. Anyway, the last one we can't access just yet. We need to get through this last field we've got here. And before we forget, let's read this one. Alright, and since I'm sure you all noticed that I'm kinda low on some items, so before we head off to that field, I need to get some gold, and I need to refresh some of my supplies. See, this is one of the good things about data draining pretty much everything you come in contact with. I'm going to sell both of those. You wind up getting extras of items to the point that if you really are desperate for it, you can make pretty decent gold to recover what you need. And I'm actually going to come through, and anything that is too low in here I'm going to get rid of completely. Just to give myself a little bit more space in here. I'm going to keep those for right now. That actually should give me enough to get a pretty decent amount of items back. Let's do 50 healing potions, because those are always important. Let's get about 15 of those, because I shouldn't have ever run out in the first place. Get some more of these, because use them in every field. I'll use 10 of those, I'll get 10 of these, and I'll get 10 of these. And I think that should get us pretty well leveled up, or equipped up. Oh, we've got some time, so why don't we go ahead and we will add... Let's take Wiseman out, because we hadn't taken him anywhere yet with us. Ah, he's not in the world, so can't. Okay, little Miss Nuke. Alright, so let's head to Scattering Fossils Milestone.
I wonder where the weird guy mentioned on the board is.
And you see, now this is actually kind of interesting to me. You see, this is a corrupted field, but it was not protected. That's usually not something that happens. Usually anytime we run into a field that we need, or if we run into a field that's corrupted like this, it's protected. So it's kind of interesting that this is one time where we actually don't have a field that we need to gate hack into, but is very corrupted. So this is actually, right off the bat, this is a little bit more different than what we're used to. Something's different about this field. And we've got some Ono melons. A Sphinxman here. So it's got thunder tolerance. So if we were to use a Anizat, that could hit him with an elemental weakness. And since he's new and he died. Oh well. We'll get another chances. I mean, it's just a reminder that as long as you are hitting those elemental weaknesses, you're pretty set on pretty much any kind of enemy that you're going to run into. And you see, sometimes you just got to go with the... Ooh, I actually managed to get him Protect Broken. It's not something I actually expected, because he's... That might be something that, might give to Mistral. Now let's go ahead and we'll just keep hitting him. And we should get the Protect Break on him, and let's see what we get from him. Virus Core. My bad. Let's use a Fortune Wire so I don't explode a trap on myself again. What do I want to do? So that one still gives me... I think what I'm going to do is I am going to try my luck, because it should work if the weapon's not too strong.
Was it a... What? Let's... See?
This field should be one that works for it. Alright, so that one has become pretty much a lot better. Let's see. Now accuracy kind of goes way down, and evasion goes down, but we've got a juke attack and an Ani attack, so a darkness and a wood and a fire. So we have 3 different elemental attacks to go along with our Thunder Dance, Thunder Coil. So we've actually got, and it's got a little bit more attack power than, and buffs up our magic attack a little bit too. Not by much, but gives us 1 extra. Keeps most of our elemental strengths about the same. I mean, that's not a bad weapon. And it gives us a lot more variety in what we can do to take out enemies. Now, I mean, I still personally like the Blades of Bond just because of, look at all that accuracy and evade. Like, that's just really helpful, especially to avoid status effects, since your magic evasion is your stat that determines that for you. I mean, it's always a good bit to have. Alright, so let's just gonna kind of hope that maybe this one doesn't. Actually, I almost forgot. Let's give Mistral the Nerd Staff. And let me see just one thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to give that to Black Rose. 1, just because I don't want it in my inventory.
You sure I...
Alright, so now Black Rose got hit pretty hard, pretty fast. But that's why I bought all of these potions. And if he has got the Thunder weakness, I can change here and use this. And I will probably come pretty close to just... Oops, that was... Oh boy. Okay, first aid. Mistral, that's what your job is. He's got a data drain on him, so let's get him. Also didn't notice that until just then that he had a magic tolerance, so you can't actually use magic attacks on him. Let's go ahead and let's get her magic back fully charged. See, they can cast all of these things while I'm just checking what's in the different treasure chests. Alright, so let's head into this one. Do that again, just to... And if they're not going to do anything, then we're going to... It doesn't look like these ones are able to use... First aid, first aid, first aid. Use the first aid. I'm going to data drain him just to get him out of our way. Let's get that taken care of. And see, that's one of the things that you're kind of noticing I think, is they're still being able to resurrect enemies. Like, that is just an absolute annoyance. It gets on my last nerve that that is actually an ability that they pretty much retain throughout everything. But enough data drains, stops really mattering. Alright, so now we've got the golden egg. Alright, let's hurry up and get Black Rose healed before she... And we're going to do that too, so she doesn't murder us all. I really need to stop data draining so much because I'm running very low. There we go, that's much better. Go ahead and use a speed charm to get myself moving again. I need to get these back on. Alright, and we'll head on down. Hopefully this one won't take us too long. And of course I spoke too soon, it seems like. Now, let's see, they're dark. So that means we need to change to here, and we can use our Thunder Dance. And that just will wreck them really quickly. Not what I meant to do. Oh well. Now I need to get my virus level down just a little bit. Especially in the potential that we might run into some more Menhirs. Let's go this way. I actually think I need Rue on him, but since I don't have any Rue spells, Staccato will just have to work. Stop doing that, Black Rose.
Bloody egg!
Alright, let's keep moving. So I picked the wrong side, but at least by coming this way I managed to get that instead of a monster. Alright, I'm going to go run real quick to the other side, because since we're trying to do this 100%, we always want to get every bit that we can. Headhunter. Or Headhunt Lord. Ooh. I do want to data drain him if I can, just cause I think he's new. Super Spear. That's interesting. Alright, but I mean, so far, again, not really having any real difficulties. Alright, then. And doing this, even though I'm not really doing that significant amount of damage with it, it was holding them in place long enough so we weren't really having to worry about anything else. We were able to concentrate and then let Black Rose just hit him like a freaking truck. Which sometimes that's just the best strategy. Staccato can slow him down, and Black Rose can just swing away. First aid, please. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, but that's why that can be a very dangerous spell sometimes. Especially, I mean, it was just one of those things where they happened to get Kite charmed at just the right time, and if I hadn't told them to use first aid, they both would have died, and it would have just been until charm wore out, then I would have been able to do something to help, but until then I would have been stuck in place. I'll revive you in just a minute, Black Rose. Just needed to go ahead and get that taken care of because that was easier to do. I'll give you a couple of Mage's Souls, and once we head down here, I'll tell them to strengthen while I use our Fairy's Orb to see where we need to go. Alright, and we'll just tell them to do it again. And into the next room. Ooh, new enemies. Arc Prince. Ugh. Do I have anything that will give me... I do. So... because of the fire elemental, let's just keep casting Ruram. It actually hits both of them. Since they're fire, this actually should on occasion get some decent elemental hits in. Let's hurry up and I will data drain him and get rid of him, because they can apparently resurrect. Well, that kind of goes to show that I kind of wasted a little bit of time getting that Akatsuki weapon just because it looks like I could just have gotten it from data draining these arc princes. Let's see what else we can get. Another one. That's not bad. I mean, having extra items that we can use. Hey, hold on. We shouldn't be over 40. Okay, look, you guys strengthen. I'm going to get my speed back up and also get that back on, because I always need those nice buffs. Really not sure why. Maybe because I got extra of it and now there's some sitting. Well, we can always do this, get rid of that, just cause I want to have all of the different options available to me to attack. Alright, first let's come over here, change equipment back to, I'm going to use this one this time just because I want something a little different. We'll use Thunder Coil. That charm is annoying. And see, and that kind of locked them in place, so we were able to take care of that. It's probably about to give me that same problem again. Yep. Well, we'll do that. Okay, now I want this one ought to be pretty easy because we can just Thunder Dance and then come over here and Thunder Dance. And our last monster portal for the dungeon. Oh boy. Alright, first things first. Everyone use everything that you've got. I don't really think this is going to be my best choice of things to do, but I need to get rid of the Arc Princes if I'm going to have any kind of chance. There we go. And now he should be gone. And finally, there we go. Alright, that could have been a lot worse. Now let's go open the God statue just because we can. I like the sound of that, so let's keep it. We're not taking that. And we are not taking that. Because treasures, despite what they're called, pretty common. And here we go.
Do you know? I'm looking for something. Do you know where it is?
What are you looking for?
I don't know. That's why I'm looking. I don't know. What is I don't know?
Huh?
Hey, you're coming on to us, aren't you? Coming? Not coming? Come or not to come, rendezvous. Rendezvous at Net Slum. Rendezvous at Lambda Pulsating Worst Core. Rendezvous at no time. Rendezvous if we can meet. Rendezvous, I'm sure we can. I don't know. What's rendezvous? What's search? What's what? I don't know. What's I don't know? We're the ones that don't know. What? Whoa! I totally didn't expect that.
Trash data.
boss! What?
Debugging. Deleting worthless data. This is also my job. I told you to stay put until ordered to do otherwise. Seems you have friends. But if you don't want to be deleted like him, obey my order.
Alright, so we got to see what was called another rogue AI.
Lambda. Pulsating worst.
And then we actually kind of got to see Leos's job a little bit there. So I mean, he's not just a commentator, he actually does do a job. He's not just watching and making us and Balmung do all the work.
Use it.
Thanks.
I wonder what changed his mind.
Alright, but we've kind of pushed way over the time limit that I was wanting to do. So we are going to quickly save it, and anything that's up here we will see next time. So next time we'll head to Net Slum. I'll see you guys then.